Press the bell icon and never miss an update from ETAuto.
Hello and welcome to ETAuto Big Bite, a show that brings to you top industry leaders. Today we have here with us Mr. Minoru Kato, President and CEO, Honda Motorcycles and Scooters India Limited. Welcome to ETAuto, sir.
Thank you.
It's been almost 2 years since you came and took over Indian
Yes,
operations. How
yes.
different experience has been compared to your previous assignment in Vietnam?
How can I say? Big difference. From my point of view, India is the most biggest country and many diversity, and then most deep culture.
You have been in last 2 years, and probably these 2 years has been one of the most exciting when it comes to policy announcement. Several changes has been happening. How have you been able to cope up with this? Because in overseas market, you don't see so much of changes happening on all fronts so quickly. So how was the experience? What has been the learning like?
Yeah, thanks to many changes. So as you know well, we have been struggling to meet our challenging target since last September because of insurance. But thanks to Indian government new direction to support our customer also, so we expect to grow further of the Indian motorcycle industry.
You talked about growth in India. If we see 2017 versus 2018, the growth has been in single digit, while your arch rival, number one player, able to touch double digit growth. Is it mainly to do with the low demand for scooters, or is there any other reason that you see? Your market share also went down from about 28.5% to 27.2%. How do you see it?
Yes, but if talking about the market share in this country, the CN announcement just only dispatch wholesales. It's very difficult to grab the retail sales
But
data.
in the full year, I'm talking about full year. I'm not talking about a month or two.
Since last September, as we mentioned, many times, because of insurance cost increase, motorcycle customers, because of their budget, many customers need to little bit downgrade to meet their budget. So from that point of view, some customer really want to buy this model, but change to the more one grade down for the price. That's a reality.
Okay. How do you see the market moving when it comes to segment? Is it a commuter segment and scooter, when the consumer is stuck between BS6 and other price burdens that has come because of insurance?
Yeah, but scooter market is itself not still increasing, but because of many situations, more affordable price range increasing. That's my understanding. And then coming April, brake norms coming. Then after that, BS6 coming. So we need to monitor the customer's mindset or customer's budget for the new regulation.
So the gap is shrinking between number one and number two. It is hardly 8 to 9% gap. How close you see becoming number one in India when it comes to two-wheeler space?
Honestly speaking, BS6 timing, the motorcycle industry may slow down at that time because of the new regulation or new PGMFI, for example. But in the near future, still we believe the Indian motorcycle market has a big potential to increase. And of course, we have some confidence for the new model with BS6. So we can increase our market share.
What kind of growth do you expect in 2020 for two-wheeler, FY 2020? And calendar year 19, how do you see?
As we said, as a transition period from BS4 to BS6, little bit difficult to manage, and of course, we need to monitor customers' mindset to rush BS4 model or to wait the new features, such and such. So still we have some confidence. to promote our new BS6 model.
In 2020, we have BS6. Then 2020, another implementation is going to come for two-wheeler. That will further increase the prices of two-wheeler, motorcycle, scooter, all segments. How do you see the growth going forward?
Yeah, from long-term point of view,
India is number one
after,
market in terms of volume for Honda globally. So how do you see this?
Yes, still we believe the potential to increase further after BS6 timing.
So per unit cost will go up by 2020 or 2022. Do you think India will be moving up in the rank when it comes to valuation also in Honda's global map?
From Honda's global map point of view, of course, already India is a number one contribution.
In terms of volume, I'm talking about in terms of valuation.
Yeah, for example, this CB300R, this is a kind of entry model for the real big bike. This premium range also increase. That's our expectation.
So going forward, where are you now placed in terms of valuation globally? I mean Indian operations. How do you see changing in next 5-6 years?
Definitely Indian contribution will increase.
So how much you expect to see that?
Yeah, difficult to mention about an exact number.
When we talk about BS6 coming up, the prices is expected to go off of the two-wheeler, entire two-wheeler. In terms of motorcycle, where do you see the customer moving? Do you see customers moving up in this, in the category when it comes to CC range? What would be the main new entry or main CC mass of volume CC that you expect to be in 2020 for two-wheeler?
Yeah, if talking about volume-wise, still in this country, 100cc, 110cc, and 125cc, that's the main market from volume point of view. But in a big city, urban area, many customers wait to next chance to step up. That's our expectation.
So any impact on this kind of customer categorization with the BS6, do you expect?
I don't think so. I don't think so. Even same category, thanks to BS6, the performance-wise and fuel injection-wise,
so once
getting
BS6
better.
comes, you will produce only fuel injection models, or you expect?
Yes, only fuel
and when
injection.
do we see the first BS6 bike rolling out from Honda?
Please wait the next announcement.
Okay. You are moving towards premium. What kind of revenue share you expect to get from premium segments? Because you have launched today 300R, which is very important bike for you. This is probably one of the 3 CKDs that you have in India. What kind of contribution you think the premium bikes will make?
As you know well, our first CKD model CB650, then after that Africa Twin 1000cc, then third model that 300. But from volume point of view, this model is the most potential to expand.
So what kind of model?
But still, but limited to market because of price range.
We have seen that in motorcycle, you are still lagging far behind when on national level when it comes to your nearest rival. How do you want to cope with that? Because going forward, we see more of motorcycle being on sale rather than scooter, because we have seen for the first time scooter sales has been going downward.
I don't think the scooter category itself going down.
Okay.
If talking about the percentage, because of the
volume is
affordable
increasing,
range,
but the growth rate has come down. Growth rate has come down substantially, where we were expecting double digit. Now it's in early single digit growth.
You're right. But because of demonetization, once total market is struggling, then after that double digit increase. But if just the demonetization negative impact, the growth ratio not so big the last year. That's my understanding. Then, but this year, this fiscal year, because of the insurance,
it's not been so
yeah,
great.
all total market industry struggling.
The new government, Modi government, is going to conclude its tenure. How do you see the government's performance when it comes to ease of doing business or investor-friendly country? Do you see it?
Yeah, historically, since we started operation in India as a HMSI, we have been expanding our factory, and we are going. We still we have a plan to expand our production capacity in Gujarat. So such and such, we very much appreciated the Indian government policy.
How will you rate the Indian Modi government so far on 1 to 5 scale, if you have to give, in terms of ease of doing business, in terms of providing enough support for investors or the companies like yourself?
If talking about investment friendly, depending on the states, that's my understanding. But thanks to government Modi's policy to support rural area or middle income customer, such may support our customers.
How do you see the financial year 2018 ending for automobile industry and especially two-wheelers?
Still, we need to adjust our target, but we believe we are going to new record as this fiscal year.
So your growth has been lesser than the industry standard. Industry grew 12% in calendar year, and in your growth was about 7%. Do you think you will be able to match up in the full calendar year?
As I mentioned earlier, in this country, the growth ratio based on the dispatch. But we have been monitoring the retail sales. So our market share in retail sales almost same as last year. That's our understanding.
Do you have a recovery on site going forward in the coming few years? Do you see the two-wheeler industry coming in strong growth anytime soon? When do you think it will start?
After BS6.
After BS6, you see the growth will come.
Yeah. This year or next fiscal year, as a transition period from BS4 and BS6, then after April of 2020, every customer need to buy the BS6. Then we'll start again.
Okay, thank you so much for talking to ETAuto. Thank you so much.
Thank you.